India used to be afraid of pirates. Its vast coastline and thousands of cargo ships were exposed to one of the most dangerous threats in modern maritime history. But that changed. Now it's the pirates who fear India. This is how India hunts down pirates at sea. Intro footage of Navy ships cruising. It all started in 2008 when Somali piracy reached its peak. Over 200 vessels were attacked that year, disrupting international trade and threatening the security of seafarers. India, a major maritime nation, could not stand idly by. The Indian Navy launched Operation Talwar, deploying warships to the Gulf of Aden. Within weeks, Indian frigates began intercepting pirate vessels. In one dramatic case, INS Tabar encountered a pirate mothership disguised as a fishing trawler. When ordered to stop, the pirates opened fire. The response was immediate. INS Tabar returned fire, destroying the ship and eliminating the threat. It was a turning point. India realized that combating piracy required more than just patrolling. It needed intelligence, coordination, and overwhelming firepower. Footage of satellite tracking systems, drones, and radar rooms. The Navy upgraded its surveillance capabilities, using drones, satellites, and aircraft to monitor thousands of square kilometers of ocean. Joint operations were coordinated with coast guards and navies of other nations. But India also brought something unique: experience in high-intensity conflict. Indian naval commandos, trained for surgical strikes, began conducting boarding operations. Footage of Marcos commandos in black suits boarding fast boats. Fast, silent, and ruthless, these teams would surround pirate ships, disable engines with sniper fire, and board within seconds. In one mission, a merchant vessel was captured by pirates 800 kilometers off the Indian coast. Within hours, a P-8I Poseidon aircraft located the ship, and a destroyer was dispatched. Marcos commandos rappelled from a helicopter, stormed the vessel, and neutralized all hostiles without a single casualty. Pirates began to avoid Indian-flagged ships. But the Navy didn't stop there. Indian warships began escorting international convoys. In 1 year alone, over 3,000 ships were protected by Indian patrols. Footage of warships cruising alongside container ships. The message was clear: no attacks on our watch. India's naval doctrine evolved. It wasn't just about defense, it was about deterrence. When pirates attacked an Iranian oil tanker in 2023, the Indian Navy responded within 4 hours. INS Chennai intercepted the vessel, rescued the crew, and captured 35 pirates alive. Real footage of captured pirates, disarmed and kneeling. These operations weren't just military actions, they were statements. The Indian Ocean was no longer a pirate playground. It was now Indian territory. Footage of the Indian flag raised on a warship. This transformation is visible in the statistics. Between 2008 and 2017, pirate attacks in the Indian Ocean fell from 236 per year to virtually zero. The 2023 resurgence lasted less than 4 months before the Indian response eliminated it completely. In the waters where it all began, the INS Tabar continues patrolling 16 years after sinking its first pirate ship. When pirates attacked an Iranian oil tanker in 2023, the Indian Navy responded within 4 hours. INS Chennai intercepted the vessel, rescued the crew, and captured 35 pirates alive. Real footage of captured pirates, disarmed and kneeling. These operations weren't just military actions, they were statements. The Indian Ocean was no longer a pirate playground. It was now Indian territory. footage of the Indian flag raised on a warship. This transformation is visible in the statistics. Between 2008 and 2017, pirate attacks in the Indian Ocean fell from 236 per year to virtually zero. The 2023 resurgence lasted less than 4 months before the Indian response eliminated it completely. In the waters where it all began, the INS Tabar continues patrolling 16 years after sinking its first pirate ship. Its current crew has never seen a real act of piracy. For them, the Indian Ocean is a peaceful sea protected by the constant vigilance of their navy. From the bridge of the INS Kolkata, sailing back to Mumbai with 35 prisoners in its cells, Captain Sinema watches the horizon, where the sun sits behind the safest waters on the planet. There are no pirate ships lurking in the distance, no distress signals crackling on the radios, only the silence of absolute naval power. India has transformed the Indian Ocean from a piracy highway into a private lake defended by one of the world's most lethal navies. In these waters, attacking a merchant vessel means awakening a naval giant that responds with surgical precision and overwhelming force. Somali pirates have learned the hardest lesson of modern maritime power. In the Indian Ocean, there's only room for one dominant navy, and that navy flies the flag of the Republic of India. But India's naval dominance isn't just about strength. It's also about strategy, consistency, and smart diplomacy. After 2023, the Indian Navy didn't relax its vigilance. Instead, it doubled down. A new fleet command was established along the eastern seaboard, ensuring full coverage from the Arabian Sea to the Bay of Bengal. Naval bases in Andaman and Nicobar Islands were reinforced, turning them into forward operating hubs for rapid response. New generation stealth destroyers, like INS Visakhapatnam, and frigates, like INS Nilgiri joined the fleet. These warships are equipped with BrahMos cruise missiles, advanced radar, sonar systems, and indigenous electronic warfare suites. With every new ship launched, India sent a message: the ocean is under watch, 24/7. Alongside ships and submarines, India deployed unmanned surveillance drones, like the MQ-9 Reaper and Heron TP. These drones provide real-time intelligence, ensuring no suspicious vessel enters Indian maritime zones unnoticed. India also started training allied navies. In joint exercises like Malabar and Milan, India shared counter-piracy tactics with the US, Japan, Australia, and France. This created a network of friendly naval forces ready to respond instantly to any piracy or terror-related threat. What makes India's effort unique is the integration of humanitarian action with hard power. After intercepting pirates, Indian forces ensure the safety of hostages and offer medical treatment to wounded enemies. These acts of responsibility and restraint have earned international respect. Moreover, India strengthened maritime laws. The 2024 Maritime Anti-Piracy Act enabled Indian courts to prosecute pirates captured even outside Indian territory, creating a legal framework that discourages piracy far beyond India's borders. With 90% of India's trade moving via sea, the stakes couldn't be higher. The Indian economy depends on uninterrupted maritime commerce. Ensuring secure sea lanes is not just a defense goal, it's an economic imperative. By eliminating pirate networks, India protected not only its interests but also the livelihoods of sailors, the flow of global energy, and regional stability. As climate change and global conflict create new maritime challenges, India's role as a regional maritime superpower is only growing. The Indian Navy's anti-piracy campaign is now studied in military academies worldwide. It's considered a textbook case of modern naval warfare, where speed, intelligence, technology, and resolve combine to achieve lasting peace. In the words of Admiral Hari Kumar, We don't just guard the seas, we define what peace means in them. So the next time you see a merchant ship safely sailing across the Indian Ocean, remember, it moves under the shadow of a silent guardian. A warship, flying the tricolor, and behind that steel lies a message carved deep into the waves. You mess with one of us, you face all of us.